Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Carry now for Keith Marshall, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw on 2nd down. Watkins. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
On 1st and 10, Watkins looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watkins eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. Catch number 44 of on the year. It's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Set. 319. 319.
And here's Marshall. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
To throw on second down. Watkins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. No, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A play fake. Now Kelly. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So that'll back him up 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This is Scarborough. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They tried to throw on second down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. There's Scarborough on the toss. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Cobb. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Denver getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can.
They've got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Keith Marshall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. Fighting through pressure. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Bo Scarborough with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now Jones. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Kelly. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Flushed out right. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. And he's got his man on the out route. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And McManus able to put it through. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, Kelly. He's going to wind up and air it out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
They'll look to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They run. This is Scarborough. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. looking to throw. Keeps himself upright. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now Kelly, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Kelly, throwing again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
All right, here we go.
Kelly from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route. He tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a look to the sideline and help him break up the pass.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After splitting the uprights,
if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, it's Kelly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
To throw again. Kelly. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, that's Marshall. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end the drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It's Scarborough again. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Now Jones. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go now.
Play action, it's Kelly. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Kelly to throw. And open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Kelly. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Kelly looking downfield for Joe. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus now for the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Detroit! Over! Watch him now, Barney!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to...
32 now. Here's first and 10.
Detroit! All right,
now a first down throw. Kelly lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Kelly now. Back to the air on second down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on. Just carving them up.
4 touchdowns. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both.
And he coughed it up. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point splits the uprights as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming out now, the Broncos. This is Marshall, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I'm without speech. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him a gain of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
On second down, Kelly sliding out of the pocket. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And McManus able to put it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Josh Hawkins with a pick. Intended that time for Cooper.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now Marshall. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
No. Check. Patriot!
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Brendan Langley picks it. Cooper was the target there.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
Hurry up, here we go.
Right back to him on first down. Spinning past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Denver, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.